I'm here today with Efsane Aşkin. Efsane is an alumna of the Bologna Center. Hello, Efsane. Thank you for being with the blog today.
Hello. Nice to
She,
be back.
yeah, well,
Beautiful weather like this.
absolutely. Thank you for bringing such nice weather. She's here as an alumna. Met with some other alumni today to discuss alumni affairs and strategy. And I just thought it would be interesting to speak to her, to ask her what she studied at Bologna and how it helped her in her career. We get lots of questions from students about what they might end up doing by way of career after SAIS, and I think Efsane's got an interesting story. So Efsane, tell us a little bit about your career.
I came to Bologna Center after an undergraduate program in the States, and I was concentrated on European studies, but mostly on the trading part. So I knew I wanted to go into business and eventually start my own business. I just didn't know where and how. I ended up back in Turkey working for a bank.
You're from Turkey originally?
Yes,
right? Mm-hmm.
I am from Istanbul. And a couple of years later, I realized one of the major industries in Turkey was textiles, and a lot of the credit offered by the banks went into the textile industry, producers and exporters mainly. So I got to know a couple of them, and this was the times when Europeans and Americans were investing in Turkey and buying a lot of their products in Turkey. So I did a little research. So it wasn't all by coincidence. I knew I was always interested in fabrics and fashion, not in so much the creative part, but mostly the business part of it.
Right.
And the trade relationships with the European community were very strong. We were part of the custom unions. So that just led me into, meeting with these American companies who wanted to establish in Turkey and working with them. And then I ended up, a few years later, I ended up having my own office working with major customers in United States. Mostly my first big customer was Donna Karan. So that's when I just stepped into this field, and ever since it's been growing. And regarding the dollar, the devaluation of it, I have more customers now in Europe than I used to.
How did the SAIS education prepare you then?
Well, I was exposed to many different cultures, especially being in Europe after spending 4 years. Actually 6 years, 4 years of education plus 2 other working years in the States. I realized, how Europe was sort of a bridge between Turkish culture and American culture, not so extreme from each other. This is 20 years back I'm talking about. And so it was a perfect blend for me, being in Europe and still having a lot of international contact with all these students.
It sounds as if the Bologna Center education was not a straitjacket as far as you were concerned.
No,
you've done entrepreneurial work, really.
Yeah, well, in the end, yeah. But the skills I've got, I make contracts between companies, and no other person in my field is able to do that. I have better comprehension of the business side of it. I can read the laws and I can interpret, how the stock market will change, how the cotton prices are rising up, and how that's going to affect the Chinese producers. So it's a different vision that I have than the rest of the people who are in my category. So that makes me stand out, and I like that. So I'm more special in that sense because I can cater, I can bridge between 2 cultures, 3 cultures, 5 cultures sometimes, and I can, understand when they talk about business or even social issues. I can relate to that, and I find it extremely helping that I went to the school. I always cherish it. I always come back to try to help.
In fact, you're involved in the Alumni Association. You're the chapter head in Turkey.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the other alumni in Turkey. What sort of things are they doing?
all kinds, from engineering. I just met two students who went to Johns Hopkins University. They are in engineering department, mechanical and electronic, and one of them was building battleships for the government. And there are a lot of people in the banking and consultancy careers, many in international organizations.
Yep.
You know, your regular SAIS alumni.
And you come back regularly to Bologna, is that right?
Yes, once or twice a year at least.
Well, it's good seeing you back
I'd like to
here.
come back more.
Thanks very much, and
Thank you.
we hope to see you back often.
Thank you.
Right. Good day.
Bye bye.